Hi, I'm Gory B Briggs.
And I'm Danny the Mail Girl.
And we're Horror Addicts. And today, we're going to talk about Halloween. Like, not the franchise of Halloween, but just our Halloween memories. So, before we get too far along, let's just make sure the audio and stuff is working okay. So, let us know if I'm too loud or too quiet. Hey, Tony's here. Yay, sausage. So, doesn't he look sexy, sausage? Look at this shit. Look at that, dude. Like, you would hit that, right? You look really sexy.
Thank you.
All right. Haley Bob, or Gory Bob says check it out.
Gory Bob says check it out.
Hey, Ariel. Happy Halloween. Am I being really loud? Guys, how's the audio? I'm always loud.
Can you hear us?
You should scoot in, because you're usually quiet.
I'm pretty quiet.
You're a quiet gal. You heard what Tony said?
No.
Not my proudest fat male girl. I ship it. Okay, so we're just going to be talking about our Halloween memories, costumes we've dressed up as, favorite, celebrations.
I think this might be my favorite costume.
Favorite Halloween specials, favorite episodes of our favorite, TV shows. Mm-hmm. Hey, Robin. Robin is a local boy from our state in Washington. Good to see you. Good friend. So, yeah, let's start by talking about costumes. So, obviously, this year, we are Joe Bob Briggs and Darcy the Mail Girl from the last drive-in.
Yep. I think we nailed it.
I think we did. I got a bolo tie just like one of his. I got a shirt just like one of his. Got the hat. Mm-hmm. And Danny, he went all out with the patches and the mail girl outfit. So, and yet that's Gory's hair he's wearing. But it works. It works for Darcy too.
I am sad though. I couldn't find a red mailbag, but whatever.
You make an excellent Darcy. I'm actually jealous at how hot you are as Darcy. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm jealous. So, Halloween. Do you remember, or do you know? You may not remember. What was the first thing you ever dressed up as on Halloween? And same goes to you guys in the chat. So, just would love to hear what you guys have dressed up as. What was your first
thing that I remember, and I know there's a picture of it, and I hated it. My mom dressed me up as a baby clown. And I hated it. Because mere makeup of the clown grease makeup.
I feel like dressing up your kids as clowns is a surefire way to get yourself, murdered.
Yeah.
That's why Michael killed. Did you see that dumbass outfit? Yeah. That is why he killed.
His parents dressed him like that and then left. And
exactly.
Then they were surprised that there was murder when they got back.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Very first thing I know of that I dressed up as, and I do know I asked for it, was Casper the Friendly Ghost, and it was the 80s, so it was the plastic mask, and then the plastic garbage baggy thing that you would wear.
Oh, those, yeah.
Yeah?
Those were cheap, but I remember them.
And not long after that, it was Kissiver, which is, again, same thing, plastic mask, the little garbage bag schmuck thing you'd wear.
I was Raphael from Ninja Turtles 2 years in a row. I think that's the only costume where I did 2 years in a row.
I was Donatello one year. And my brothers were Raphael and Leonardo.
So, I was the Crypt Keeper one year, and then
I was the Crypt Keeper. Oh wait, no, I wasn't. So, sorry to interrupt you. You're the Crypt Keeper.
and then the next year I used the same robe, but then I had this like really cool glow in the dark skull mask that I got all bloody. But it's
So, I had a friend, and we were in high school, and he was the Crypt Keeper. And so we had a joke that we were going to go as my parents. So I went as my dad. I just took his clothes and like wore his clothes and stuff. And then he went as the Crypt Keeper. We're like, that's my mom. My mom's actually kind of a babe, but you know.
yeah, should have made fun of the other way around.
Oh, Tony Rosa was Adam West Batman. And Woody Woodpecker?
What was everybody tonight?
Yeah, what were you guys tonight?
Like, I'll probably see your guys' social media posts tomorrow of what you had, but tell us tonight, right now.
What else did you do? You mentioned one that you were 2 years in a row. The one that I was 2 years in a row, and I was so proud of it. And I kind of got away with it because I moved to America when I was like 10 to 11. So I wore it when I lived in England. I was Roger Rabbit. I had the overalls and the little cottontail and the ears and the yellow gloves. Like, I put so much... My mom got me a white sweater, and we turned it inside out so it looked like fur. I wore that, and then we moved to America, and then I wore it again to a Halloween party I went to. That was one of my favorites.
Last year, we didn't really get to do much for Halloween since we just moved into this house, like, right as Halloween was happening. We didn't... Even our decorations were actually at my grandparents' house just because we did. But me and Laws were Beavis and Butthead, and even though we didn't do much that year, just thought it was a great costume that we were Beavis and Butthead. We were also Rick and Morty one year.
That's true. You and I, one of our, if not our first year together, I was Carrie. That's another one I've done 2 years in a row. I've done Carrie White 2 years in a row with the blood splashed all over me that I made myself. And the blood was so sticky that I could take a beer and put it against my arm and it would stick there.
That was our first Halloween together.
And tell them what you were.
I was Candyman. But, I didn't want to be in blackface, so I wore an Obama mask. So I was President Candyman.
It was very cute. It was so cute. He made his own jacket with the bees on it and
stuff. Yeah, little bees. I had the blood on the chest, and then I had a hook.
Another year, you and I were Red Riding Hood, but I had, like, the eye gouged out, so, like, did a whole bunch of, like, effects makeup. And
I was
you
the
were
wolf and the granny, wearing the granny, pajamas, but it was a wolf.
Before you and I got together, I was Batgirl, and Laws was Batman. Hey, thanks, Fairpoint Station.
Oh, yeah.
666.
He gave us that last on
our
last premiere.
Lols, another year, me and my son were both Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm. I was Mega Man that year, I think. Mega Man.
Yeah, speaking of costumes you hated, the very first year, when Lols was little... I learned the hard way to not buy, like, costumes, just to kind of let him be who he wanted to be. But I did buy him a duck costume because he was tiny. He was, like, a year old. He fucking hated that shit. He would not wear it. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to make you wear it. I'm not going to make you wear it. So what he had some Batman pajamas. And so for, like, the first 3 years, I would just get him pajamas that kind of looked like a costume. Like, he did Superman, he did Batman. And finally, his first actual costume is he wanted to be Batman with muscles. So we got him one that was all, like, jacked.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing pictures of it. We still have
he's been Venom. He's been some cool stuff.
I think we have a picture of you holding him with the jacked muscles.
I've been an angel and a devil.
He was Black Spider-Man, the Venom Spider-Man once.
Yep. That's a lot.
Lots of
costumes. Okay, so the other thing we were going to talk about was Halloween specials. Because what we did this year, which was a little different, instead of watching... I always usually watch Night of the Demons on Halloween. I watched that this morning. That's kind of a tradition for me. A lot of times, I try to watch Season of the Witch, too. I might actually do that when we're done with this stream.
Thank you, Pinhead.
I like to watch Season of the Witch. But have not watched that yet this year. This year what we did instead is we watched a lot of Halloween specials. Like specifically, like we watched Halloween specials like, Halloween is Grinch Night.
Garfield.
The Garfield Halloween special.
Donald Duck.
Trick or Treat. Yeah, Donald Duck's Trick or Treat one. And...
Donald Duck was such a dick.
He was, dude.
Go back and watch that. It's hilarious.
That witch was too cute though, right?
Yeah. She, like, forced him to sit in fire. That was dark.
Yeah, so basically in Trick or Treat, which came out, I think it was like the 40s or the 50s,
Mm-hmm.
It's a Donald Duck cartoon. His nephews come to trick-or-treat his house, and he's a dick to them. Like, he douses them with water.
He puts firecrackers in their bags so all their candy explodes.
Yeah. So this little witch comes, and she totally punks him in return.
Yeah.
So, question in the chat, which Night of the Demons? I watched the original Night of the Demons, though I don't have a problem with the remake. I like the remake, too. And honestly, I think of all of them as movies, the second one's probably my favorite overall. I think it's just goofy and fun. But the first one feels the most Halloween to me, especially with, like, the razor blades and the apples and stuff. So, that's the one I like to watch at Halloween.
Ariel, Tim Burton, well, animated videos by Tim Burton, yes, I would also agree that Nightmare Before Christmas is the best. But just out of his movies in general, probably Beetlejuice or Pee-wee's Big Adventure or Batman Returns.
Yeah, those are
I loved his early live actions, like almost
Beetlejuice,
even Edward
Pee-wee's
Scissorhands.
Big Adventures and Batman Returns.
Those first
not a big Edward Scissorhands.
Those first 5 were just great, though. I mean, just so I don't know. I have a hard time. Probably Batman Returns.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, maybe Batman. I don't know. Maybe Beetlejuice.
I love Beetlejuice.
We just saw Beetlejuice event recently. We went to a little time capsule place and we watched it with Laws.
Hi, Susan.
It was cool.
Susan
still holds up.
Gory Bob says, "Check it out."
Check it out.
So the Garfield one, that's one that I loved from Garfield's Halloween special. This one came out in the 80s. This is one I remember premiering when I was a kid. This one's super fun. And what I love about it is it starts off like your typical Garfield thing. Like, he's watching Binky the Clown, and they're going to go and get some candy. Him and Odie, they dress up as pirates. And it's all nice, and there's songs and stuff. And then, about halfway through, there's a shift, and it becomes a G-rated version of John Carpenter's The Fog.
Yeah, it's basically just The Fog.
It's awesome. There's ghost pirates. There's this creepy old guy. It's awesome. The guy even kind of has like a Hal Holbrook kind of look to him.
I liked it. It's pretty dark too for that. And Binky the Clown, like I swear, like that's a creepy ass clown.
Binky is creepy.
I kept expecting him to say, "I do cocaine."
The Tim Burton, Robin mentioned the Tim Burton Addams Family. I think it's called Wednesday. It's going to be on Netflix, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Definitely
looking forward
that.
to checking that out. That's going to be good.
Thanks, Jen. So beautiful. You look lovely. You're enchanting.
Yeah, we kind of just stayed home and watched specials because we were a little sick before Halloween.
Yeah.
Like tonight, I still kind of have it in my throat. That's why you can probably hear it. But we had head colds. And we're pretty nasty. We
Nothing
didn't have
serious.
no fever.
Enough
no
that
COVID
we
or
didn't
anything,
want to go out.
Yeah,
we wanted to make sure we were fully recovered. Like, we probably could have gone out yesterday, but we were still feeling kind of crappy.
So we just stayed home and watched Halloween episodes. We watched with the lunch with Laws. Laws is older now, by the way, so
Laws is 17, guys.
Yeah. We watched the Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they're like trying to figure out which one of them knocked up D, but 2 of them are related to D. So it's pretty messed up.
Oh my gosh. So also Susan wanted to know if Joe, Bob, and Darcy have seen our costumes. I know Darcy has.
Yes, Darcy has.
And she retweeted our photos and liked it. So that made us really happy.
She said, 4 stars, check it out.
So we were watching also, in addition to like actual specials, we were watching, well, another special we watched, I guess, before we talk about episodes was Halloween is Grinch Night.
Oh, yeah. I remembered that from when I was a kid, and I almost thought it was just I most imagined it even, but then a Nostalgia Critic, he like touched on it not too long ago, and I was like, see, okay, it does exist, and I hadn't seen it since I was a kid, so we watched it with Laws, and it wasn't very good.
It's not that great. It's weird though, because like I remember in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, they're all like Cindy Lou Who, and you know they have like kind of candy names.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, they're all like Ezekiel and stuff. I'm like,
very
are they
religious Amish kind of
Amish? Like, I don't know.
And I guess I was wondering if it was a prequel, but the way it ends, I think it's a sequel. The Grinch just apparently went back to being a dick, and
which is kind of sad.
His dog runs away, so he doesn't have his dog at the end of the movie. It's like, oh, all right.
Really sad. Really sad. It's like some people just don't learn.
I guess not.
So that one's not the greatest, but definitely recommend the Garfield one. And the Garfield one you can watch on YouTube. And the Donald Duck one you can watch on YouTube. If you follow me on Letterboxd, I just reviewed both of those and included links to where you can watch it on YouTube. Did we watch another special?
We watched episodes. I don't know if there were specials.
So let's go into. So we watched a lot of. We took turns, like rotating around, picking our favorite Halloween episodes of TV shows. We watched one from a TV show we've never seen. We've never watched The Goldbergs.
Oh yeah,
But
Robert Englund.
Yeah, I knew that was the last time anyway that he was in full makeup as Freddy Krueger. So we watched the episode and that was cool. I mean, I've never seen the show, but it was really funny.
Very 80s, and I kind of think I'm gonna check it out now.
I think I'm gonna check it out too. It was funny, and so cool to see Robert Englund.
Mr. Knifey Hands, isn't that what it's
That's
called?
what, yeah, Mr. Knifey Hands is what it was called in season 6, I guess.
So it's the last time you'll see Robert Englund as Freddy
Ariel
Krueger.
says you look like Lisa Marie.
Okay.
I think like Lisa Marie Presley.
Yeah. As long as I don't look like Jack.
Oh yeah, so Robin mentioned the Treehouse of Horrors. Like we watched a couple of those.
Yeah, we watched the first 3.
Those are really good. Beavis and Butthead's Halloween episode we haven't watched that.
I watched that with Lulz a couple of days ago, actually.
Okay, nice. The one, so we were taking turns. What did Lulz pick?
He picked Scooby-Doo, a pup named Scooby-Doo.
And
the
then
one where there's a real little ghost. Basically, it's the ghost of
Oh,
Droopy.
and he picked the real Ghostbusters one too.
Yeah, and then the real Ghostbusters. Halloween episode.
That was a really good one.
Where they try to like black out, make it night forever.
That was a really good one. I, of course, picked 2 Buffy ones. I picked Halloween, an episode called Halloween from season 2, where the Ethan Rayne is first introduced as a character, and he has these haunted costumes. It's kind of like Goosebumps, which actually I think came later. I don't know, though. But their costumes...
Not the books.
Well, the episode.
But maybe the episode.
I don't know.
Now, the book's early 90s. So.
Yeah, you're right. It probably came after that. Anyway, so they become their costumes. So Buffy is like an old, like, noble woman. Xander's a soldier. Willow's a ghost. And then I also put on Fear Itself, where they go into like a frat party where their fears become realized. And they're both really fun.
Yes, Susan, Beavis and Butthead have an awesome Halloween episode. Beavis puts on underwear on his head and goes as Nads.
Oh, she says you look like Lisa Marie from Ed Wood.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's sexy. You look nice.
Do I look like Ed Wood?
That's sexy. You look sexier than Ed Wood did in drag.
It's good to know.
Which episodes did you pick again?
I picked the Sunny in Philadelphia.
Who got Dee pregnant?
Yeah. I picked... I don't remember. I just remember we watched a lot. We didn't get around to watching that Star Wars.
The South Park one.
Yeah, we watched the South Park first 2 Halloween episodes.
What else did you pick? I feel like you picked more stuff, but Oh, we watched the Tales from the Crypt one.
Yeah, we watched Tales from the Crypt.
The Skin Deep one. That was
Halloween
one of my
episode.
picks. We watched a wrestling match.
Yeah, where the elite were all dressed up like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, we watched a lot of stuff. So, a good question in the chat from Fairpoint Station, who's awesome. He wants to know favorite and least favorite Halloween candy.
Favorite? Kit Kat bar. Least favorite? I don't know, like candy corn?
Why does everybody hate candy corn so much? I love candy corn.
There's worse candy, but usually the worst candy, I don't get that for Halloween. Like, candy corn is a Halloween thing.
Oh, that's another costume I've dressed up as Hermione. I've done that for my students. But yeah, candy corn to me tastes like how I imagine butterbeer in Harry Potter would taste. It's
I hope
good.
Butterbeer tastes better than that.
Good. I love candy corn. Candy corn's great. Is it my favorite?
It's just waxy. I just don't like it.
No. The wax lips. Okay, the wax lips are my least favorite.
Are those candy, though? Are you supposed to even eat those?
I think so. I mean, we used to get those as kids. It was like the wax lips. I think you're supposed to eat them.
Yeah,
are you guys supposed to eat them?
No. I think they just...
I don't like caramels and stuff like that. Just sticking your teeth.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of caramel to begin with.
Yeah, like caramels and taffies and stuff I don't really like.
No.
Pretty much any chocolate is a go for me.
I don't like those circus peanuts either, but those aren't usually given out on Halloween, so...
Yeah.
But I just don't like them.
And peppermints, those little circular peppermints, it's just too much peppermint.
Yeah. I actually don't like a lot of candy, to be honest. I like
chocolate.
Kit Kats and peanut butter cups, that's about it.
You do.
I like it. I mean, I'll eat other stuff, those are the only 2 that I'm like, oh, cool. Yoink. Don't mind if I
He
do.
and Lulz are big into the peanut butter cups, so on holidays I tend to just give them a lot of peanut butter cups.
But I like Kit Kats. I need to go to Japan because they have like 50 Kit Kats. They have like the Kit Kat store.
Yeah.
You have 50 different types of Kit Kat. Remember, we've been getting some weird ones here, like
Yeah, whenever you
key
find
lime,
them.
the key lime one, and the
When you find
fruity
them.
pebbles one and stuff.
Wax lips keep you regular? I bet they do. I bet they do.
Bet they do.
I ate the wax lips because I thought you were supposed to. I think also my other big candy regret. So I grew up in kind of a weird place. I grew up on a military base. I grew up on a military base in England. And actually, you can see where I grew up. If you guys watch the movie World War Z, where they filmed the store and a lot of the stuff in the beginning, like when you see like the deer and it's all overgrown, that's the Air Force base I used to live on, which it ended up being condemned and shut down. But yeah, we would have to walk really far because we only had one store on base. So first you'd have to get a 10-year-old who could take you to the store because you could only be 10. You had to be 10 years old to go to the store. So you got to get a 10-year-old, right? And then you got to walk 15 minutes to the damn store. And then it's 15 minutes back. And I remember one time we were walking back and we had a 10-year-old with us, but I was kind of nervous because like they were older. And like we got them to take us to go buy candy. And the whole way back, I was just like chewing bubble tape. And by the time we got home, I realized I ate the whole thing and I swallowed it. That was a lot of backstory for just telling you that I ate a bunch of bubble tape.
Bubble tape, I remember that. It came out. You got a whole foot of tape.
Oh, dude, the Tales from the Dark Side Trick or Treat episode, that one's really good.
Mm-hmm. Very good. There's a lot of good ones.
Pinhead's got a good question for you.
Well, I am a big fan of Abaddon recently. She's a zombie on AEW. She's got a great horror gimmick. Asuka's borderline horror gimmick, sometimes because she's got the green tears coming down. Well, The Fiend. I like The Fiend. Bray Wyatt, but I guess he's not going to be The Fiend anymore.
I know.
He's going to
You
be
like
something
Alexa Bliss.
similar. Yeah, Alexa Bliss, but I didn't really like her horror gimmick that much. Like, it's okay. I just like Alexa Bliss.
Oh my god!
Alexa, shut your face. Shut up. We're talking about Little Miss Bliss, not you. Needy bitch. Anyways, I like Bliss when she's more like just kind of the mean Harley Quinn.
I like the Twisted Bliss before she became like the evil
When
Bliss.
she was in NXT, she would dress up like Freddy Krueger. That was cool.
Yeah, I liked that. Just regular Twisted Bliss.
Yeah, but then when she...
I don't know what the new one's supposed to be called.
I don't know. She's just... But I think she stopped doing that as well. I think they've written that off the character.
Yeah, because that was kind of a thing with
Bray.
the Fiend.
Yeah.
He is not there now.
Death Eater and Marion Gein, yes, Tony Rosa.
But,
Those are some great horror gimmicks that we used to have in PWB.
Mankind is a great one.
Mm-hmm. Mankind. Mick Foley, who I've met several times. Good guy.
And let's not forget that Chucky's a wrestler.
Oh, he's involved in wrestling, and he came back recently to terrorize Rick Steiner's son. Seeing how, like, in '98 he terrorized Rick Steiner.
And then, the Demon.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one.
The Kiss Demon?
Huh?
The Kiss Demon?
No, I'm drawing a total blank. What's his fucking name? You know, he's all black, the Demon.
Oh, Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor.
Yes.
Drawing a total blank
except
on
for
the
they, like, I don't know, they made him, like, he was fighting Roman Reigns, like, last month, and he, like, climbed up onto the top rope, and the rope just snapped, and he fell down. It was dumb. But it was, like, planned. I don't know. It was stupid, though. Aleister Black, though, he's actually killing it as, Malachi Black in AEW now. He's doing great in AEW. He's got a horror gimmick. So, I don't know. There's a lot of cool horror gimmicks. The Yeti was not one of them, though.
So, Ariel wants to know, who's your favorite horror icon? Hers is Corey Feldman from The Lost Boys.
Mine is Bruce Campbell from Evil
Bruce
Dead.
Campbell being alive and just everything he's ever done.
Yeah, I'm looking so forward to Black Friday. That looks so good.
It looks like almost a continuation.
It is almost like a weird parallel to the Army of Darkness because he's just now an old store manager in a department store, and they basically look like Demonites. They're like, I don't know what they are. They're not exactly.
Deadites?
Yeah, they're basically deadites. I don't know. I don't know. I have to watch it though. It looks good. I've seen the preview. It looks great. So I'm Bruce Campbell is my.
I have
other than the two that we're dressed as, obviously.
But especially lately, I think the ones I mark out for the most are probably Barbara Crampton. I love Barbara Crampton. She did have like a big hiatus, like after, I think not too long after like Castle Freak, but she did a lot of stuff in the 80s. Doing a lot of stuff now. I'm always excited to see what she does next. And then Dee Wallace is another one that I love, and she's always popping up and stuff. I watch stuff all the time where I'm like, holy shit, Dee Wallace is in this. Like I watched The Nest recently. She was in that. I watched Fanboy 13. She was in that. So that's one. Dee Wallace is the one I definitely mark out for. And she's in Cujo, which is one of my all-time favorites. Also, she's in Critters, which is one of my all-time favorites. So those two would be high on my list.
Like Felissa Rose, Kane Hodder.
Felissa Rose is so good.
I don't know. Anything Adam Green, he usually like casts it with some of my favorite people. Daniel Harris.
Ariel, I hate to disappoint you. Darby Allin, he's kind of new. I like that he's a local boy. He's from our neck of the woods, which I like. But not my favorite wrestler. My favorite wrestler is
Darcy the Man. No.
Shut up.
Danny Nightmare.
Well, okay, my favorite wrestler is you. But my favorite wrestler in WWE is
Big E.
Big E! I love Big E. And Big E's kind of a horror icon now that he did the Undertaker thing.
Yeah, we still need to do that.
I love Big E so much. He's the best.
Yeah, she's big on Big E.
I have not seen Barbara Crampton dressed up as Elvira, but that sounds amazing.
She had it all over.
Oh gosh, there's a big Cassandra Peterson is a huge horror icon that is definitely one of my favorites. I will watch anything that woman does. In fact, I made a list recently, and mostly for myself on Letterboxd. If you guys are on Letterboxd, follow me. I just love to see what you guys rate things as, and just to be like, okay, am I a total weirdo? Is this movie as good as I think it is? A lot of times, my friends that I respect have similar opinions, which makes me feel good. But Cassandra Peterson, she's been doing movie macabre since the year I was born.
I'm reading
40 years now.
I'm reading her book. I'm about 2 chapters in, but.
Which also has a great audiobook, too. I'm waiting for him to get down with it, and then I'm going to read it. But I've been watching some of the older ones. Like, I've seen a lot of movie macabre, but, there's been so many movies she's done. So, I've been working my way through the DVDs. I got in this one. I'm about halfway through those. And I've just been watching some older ones that I can find as I can find them.
Yeah, Peacock's got a lot of the older ones.
Yeah.
Peacock?
Did we watch Hail to the Deadites? What is Hail to the Deadites? Hey, Arkham Knight Rider! Speaking of Letterboxd friends.
How you doing, Arkham?
Arkham's awesome. Arkham's dad is on Letterboxd, too. Did you know that? Huh? How much do you know about Letterboxd?
I use it.
Shit, I can't remember Arkham's dad's name, but it's something Fox. I don't know. I talk to Arkham more than I talk to Arkham's dad.
Follow me on there. Danny Nightmare, one word. It'll have the Horror Addicts logo. You'll know it's me.
This is becoming a wrestling thing. Who the fuck's Billy the Fridge? Fairpoint Station wants to know your thoughts.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's not just me. I'm not just a total noob.
I don't know.
Tony likes the Critters. Hey, Tony knows what's up.
I'm a big fan of Darby Allin, though, because he's teamed up with Sting, and Sting is one of my favorites of all time.
Arkham, what's your dad's name on Letterboxd? I know it was something Fox. I actually think I followed Arkham's dad first. But now I can't remember what Arkham's dad's name is. Anyway, tell me. Because Robin says The Evil Dead Hail to the Deadites is a documentary about the Evil Dead fans.
Oh, I don't think we have seen that.
I don't think I've seen it either. Fox Daddy! See? I knew it had a fox in it.
You just poked my boob.
I just poked you in the titty.
Yeah, you're going to get canceled doing that.
I taught Danny to use a straw with his beer. I don't know what the pronouns for you are anymore.
I don't care.
I taught him to use a straw. Yes, so he doesn't ruin his lipstick. Because Danny obviously is a dude. But Danny with an I, that's like a whole persona that exists on its own.
Yeah, but I don't care about pronouns.
Good. Don't want to get canceled. Don't want to upset you.
Yas, Queen. Danny with an I has no patience.
Okay, so where were we? We're talking about episodes, talking about Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween. Treats, tricks, Have you ever, like, gotten pranked on Halloween? Want to tell us about it?
Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. At a certain point, we all got to give up trick-or-treating. And, like, I wasn't ready to do that, right? Like, one year, I tried to have a Halloween party. Like, I think it was my freshman year of high school I tried to. My mom was awesome. She got, like, a punch bowl for it, which she made me have. She's like, I've used this once. Exactly once. You're taking the punch bowl. But, yeah, she dressed up as Morticia. I was Wednesday. All of my 2 friends and their boyfriends came for my Halloween party. It was kind of lame. So the following year, me and my friend, that was the year, I think we dressed up as a crypt keeper and my dad, we decided to go trick-or-treating, right? Because, like, that was way more fun. Mm-hmm. So we went trick-or-treating, and someone threw a full can of fucking soda at my ass. It left the biggest fucking bruise. It hurt so bad. It knocked me on my ass. I was, like, hobbling all the way home. I can't remember what they shouted at me, but it was just something about,
That's not
me
even
being
like
a loser.
A trick. That's just being mean.
Yeah, that's the worst one I can think of.
I meant more like a prank, but ouch. Oh.
Oh, sad.
If I would have been there, I'd kick their ass.
Thanks.
Susan says on scale 1 to 10, how uncomfortable. I'm actually very comfortable.
I am so comfortable. Like, we've had years, like, when I was Little Red Riding Hood, I froze my ass off because Lawrence was still trick-or-treating. I'm cozy right now. This is great.
The only thing that's hard is, like, trying not to mess up my makeup and stuff. But comfortable-wise, I'm fine.
That's crazy because he's wearing, like, 2 different kinds of
I have, like,
pantyhose.
a garter belt on.
He's wearing a garter
belt.
Garter belt. Because his pantyhose were falling.
Well, they were just... Yeah, they were rolling up my...
Yeah, I kept trick-or-treating until I was, like, 16. But that's the other thing I was. I was a werewolf. That's what I was. So I stopped trick-or-treating when I was 14. Then I didn't go when I was 15 because I had, like, a party. So when I was 16, we decided to go again. And I remember how we got away with it. I wore a werewolf mask because, like, no one could see my face. So we thought it worked. My friend was the crypt keeper, which covered his face. So we thought we could get away with trick-or-treating just being, like, really tall. But I still got something thrown at my ass.
I think... Well, last time, me and Laws went trick-or-treating was when we were Rick and Morty. That was, 3 years ago? So, that was the last time I went trick-or-treating. I guess that's when I gave up trick-or-treating.
Oh, well, that's true. I guess, I've taken Laws trick-or-treating.
Well, no, even before that, even before I met you, I didn't give up trick-or-treating. I was an adult who went trick-or-treating. I didn't care.
Well, and the trick
I just wore a mask. I didn't give a shit. I'm short.
All through my 20s, I would find somebody's kid to take trick-or-treating because I love trick-or-treating. So, like, I dated somebody who had a kid, and I remember that year I was a Powerpuff Girl, and I took her trick-or-treating. So, a lot of times I would take my friends, like, younger siblings or their children because they're like, hey, you want the night off? I want to go trick-or-treating. Gives me an excuse to dress up, which sounds creepier than it is.
I mean, even as an adult, I wouldn't trick-or-treat, like, all night. But I'd hit a couple houses at least. So.
Yeah, I like taking Lil's trick-or-treating. He's a little old now.
Yeah, so the last couple of years is the only 2 years really I didn't go trick-or-treating since my entire life.
He passed out candy this year and dressed up as Michael Myers.
Yep. There's pictures of him as Michael Myers on Twitter. He looks cool. Reenacting the Diet Pepsi photo Castle did.
Arkham, this is kind of a Halloween party. In your hair.
Yeah, welcome to our party. Woo! Bring your own beer.
Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at questions, making sure... Who's your favorite final girl?
Well, Ariel, real quick. Yes, I love Mars Attacks. It was a great cast. Lots of cool kills. My favorite final girl? Ripley? Does that count?
I think so.
Okay, Ripley.
I'm going to go probably with Nancy Thompson from Nightmare on Elm Street because I love that movie. I love Nancy. I like how she is like, you know what's my solution? Booby traps. Fuck yeah, booby traps.
Right.
That's awesome. And who doesn't want to say booby traps? And also Sidney Prescott. I mean, Wes Craven does Final Girls really well.
And Daniel Harris in Halloween 4 is Jamie. She's a little sweetheart.
Is she a final girl, though? Because she becomes... she stabs her fucking stepmother at the end of that movie.
Yeah, because she has... There can only be one. Yeah, she's the final girl. She stabs her stepmother because it can't be two.
Oh, Tony's grabbing his Pepsi and run. from?
No, I don't know. But I think Danielle Harris is a great Scream Queen / Final Girl. Almost anything that she plays in. She's the final girl in the Hatchet
hey, Clayton's
series.
here. Hey, Clayton. A lesser-known final girl I really like is Taissa Farmiga's character in the movie The Final Girls. And, of course, does Buffy count?
Yeah.
Buffy.
She's
Buffy.
badass.
Forever. Yeah, Nancy Thompson's badass. I know my friend Susan in the chat would probably pick Laurie Strode, which is another great final girl.
Your mom gave us some awesome Halloween gifts this year. It reminds me.
Oh my goodness! Should I go grab them?
Susan, Gory has always been a little jelly.
A little bit. All right, talk.
Of your Tiffany doll, so she don't have to be no more. We finally have our own Tiffany and Chucky. I'm drinking peanut butter milk stout nitro. It's a belching beaver. It's not that good. It's cool. The restaurant we went out to dinner to tonight, they had like Dracula's blood, like margarita or whatever, and I had one of those because I gotta drink foofy. And then we had like a zombie juice thing too. It was also pretty good.
So we got these for our anniversary for my mom.
Oh,
Chucky.
it's a good guy.
Always wanted a Chucky.
Well, now you got one. Careful.
I'm trying not to break it. And of course, Tiffany.
There you go.
Look at her precious little boot. Oh my gosh, I just flashed her. Look at her boots. And she's got a knife in her boot.
I would have wore those, but they don't fit.
And cute little like Tiffany necklace and the tattoo. I feel like I just got all up in her personal space.
Yeah, she's like, wow, way to expose me to the whole world. We're gonna die in our sleep because the dolls are gonna obviously kill us now.
They look so cute.
But yes, you are now Tiffany Twinsies.
Yay! Yeah, my mom was being really sweet and surprised us this year, so that was cool.
Clayton, how was your Halloween? You doing okay?
Ooh, Shawnee Smith is another great final girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from the Blob, definitely. Yay! Awesome. Oh no, my beer's empty. Do you need more beer?
No, I have more beer.
Oh, you have another beer. We have clam beer, too. Oh, you have the peanut butter beer. I guess I can drink the peanut butter beer. Peanut butter beer sounds funny.
Belching beaver. It's okay. But the drinks we had earlier tonight were way better. The food we had, too, was great.
Next year, what would we be? I feel like we had an idea.
Huh?
One costume we've always wanted to do that we've never done is Morticia and Gomez.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do next year.
Yeah, we've always wanted to do that, especially because we have a
I'll be
car
Gomez.
now that I've named Morticia. I have a little purple PT Cruiser that we named Morticia. It looks like a little purple hearse. It's so cute.
Though we might do this again for next Crypticon.
Yeah, we'll probably do this again. Or we could always do a zombified version of this.
And maybe if we actually meet Joe Bob and Darcy again, we met them before, but this time I don't know. That might creep them out though. I don't know. It might be fun.
We were mentioned on Joe Bob's show recently for the Oscars.
He accepted his Oscars.
So that reminds me, Oscars are coming up.
Mm.
I have the hiccups.
So if you guys have any nominees, you better let us know.
So yeah, come January is when we're gonna start rounding up nominees, and then over Oscars is kind of Danny. It's always been Danny's project that I of course help out with. I help gather nominations. I help set up the stream.
Yeah.
But I'm bringing back my project, the Creepy Channel Crawl, which will be the third year. I think it's the third Creepy Channel Crawl.
Yeah, you need to get on that. I think someone kind of copied you recently.
Really?
It was like a candy corn channel hop recently. I think they only did like 4 different channels.
I don't own it.
Well, I know. But I'm just saying people are getting restless. They want it.
Yeah, we're going to do
I'm not like accusing them of...
next summer, and I'm going to start setting up in spring, having people sign up for whatever they want to do.
I don't even know. They might not have even known about the creepy channel crawl.
Maybe
I'm just saying that it's marketing out there. People want it. They want it. So
it's all good.
So bring it back. There's a market for it out there.
Nice.
A demand.
Peanut butter beer is gross.
Then don't drink it.
What happened to that one beer we had?
What one beer?
The one that was in the fridge.
Go get it.
Okay.
Oh, the pumpkin beer. It's in the fridge, yeah.
Yeah, I want pumpkin beer.
Go get it.
Your peanut butter beer is gross, Dan.
Whatever.
It's gross.
Well, when Ronnie Angel was in town, we just got like a bunch of different 6-packs, a bunch of weird beers, and this is one of the weird beers that we got.
Ugh, now my mouth tastes like peanut butter. Honey, can you open it for me?
I don't remember if I've ever been pranked on Halloween, but I remember my friend Clayton was trying to prank me and my high school girlfriend at the time, but he was trying to like scare us because we were in like a camper Jayco thing, but she just ran outside and like attacked him, so it didn't work.
Peanut butter beer does taste like peanut butter. It's kind of gross, but it tastes like. Do you remember like those Easter candies they used to make? It was like not Reese's Pieces, but it was like, you know, the other one. That's what it tastes like. The Easter version, you know, it's kind of like Reese's peanut butter, but it's not. It's by a different company with like a rabbit on it.
Rabbit butter.
Worst horror movie in your opinion? Arkham's pick is Woman's Flesh, My Red Guts. Have not seen that one. What I think is the worst and the one that I found the most miserable are probably 2 different answers.
I think hashtag horror is the most miserable one, I thought.
Yeah, that's for me. It would be hashtag horror. That one was just like torture
It's just
to sit through. But I mean, it does have a good score and stuff, so I don't rate it as low as probably the worst, like most inept movie I've ever seen is Amityville Exorcism.
the most inept movie I saw was like the Black Witch Project, because there's like a killer. He doesn't kill anyone, and everybody always forgets that there's a killer. And I don't know what it had anything to do with the Witch Project to begin with. I think it was just a name to throw it out there.
Zombie Babies is another one that's completely just...
Oh, they ripped off the Suckling.
But it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like Zombie Babies.
Arkham, I'm glad you like Malignant. A lot of... Malignant has been so divisive with people. I think people either love it or they hate it. I'm definitely in the love it camp. Just because I've seen... I mean, especially I think if you watch a lot of horror movies... You get kind of used to familiar tropes and stuff. And yeah, there's parts of it that are similar to Basket Case and stuff. But I think they did enough of their own thing that it was fun and it felt refreshing and surprising. And Malignant is definitely my favorite movie so far of 2021.
It's definitely up there. I loved Malignant. It was really good. I think it is my favorite horror movie. I think the only movie I think I liked a little better this year was The Suicide Squad. But
those are both really good.
Oh, and I wanted to like Carnage, but it was PG-13, and it really showed, because like I watched The Suicide Squad, and they just went all out and had all the cool deaths and gore and violence, and then you watch this Carnage movie, which should not be neutered, because Carnage should be just as violent as The Suicide Squad, if not more. And with Venom being PG-13, it was okay. I kind of let that go. Carnage should not. Woody Harrelson should have been allowed to go straight on, like, you know, natural born killer on that, and they covered up with bad CGI instead. That's it wasn't bad. It could have been so much better.
Susan wants to know if we've seen Muck. We have seen Muck. I do know, like, we didn't like it either. I don't think I hate it as much as a lot of people do. Like, I kind of thought the idea of starting in the middle of a trilogy is cool. If you're guaranteed to do the other parts of the trilogy, which they never did.
Yeah.
So
to my knowledge.
That ended up being kind of lame. It was just a lot of girls stripping down to their skivvies, which, I mean, hey, if that's your bag, it
Kane
offers
Hodder
that.
and the stunts are great. And that,
yes.
I will give it that. Kane Hodder made the stunts in that movie really good.
And the other thing was the cinematography in Muck was great. However, I thought the dialogue was shit. And honestly, that upset me more than the story stuff. Like, they made a joke about Wes Craven, and I was like...
He shortly died after that. I was like, great.
I was like, no. You have not established yourself enough to be making jokes about Wes Craven.
To shit on him.
About the only person who can make a joke about Wes Craven is Wes Craven.
The joke was oh, let's go to West Craven, and like, oh, but nothing good's come out of West Craven in years. Like, really?
Yeah, that really upset me.
I'm sorry, but your little muck movie does not comparison to the greatness of Wes Craven.
Wes Craven, not only is he a legend, but he's a legend even among legends because very few people can make such a splash or reinvent the horror genre. And he's done it 3 fucking times. I mean, he came out of the gate with Last House on the Left, and that gave us so many of the copycat rape revenge movies that followed. And that wasn't it for him. That he came out when everyone thought they were kind of seeing everything there was to see with slashers. He gave us a Nightmare on Elm Street, the first like really supernatural slasher, which upped the game because before then slashers were easy to do because they were cheap
and they didn't have personality.
But A Nightmare on Elm Street came in with these creative kills. Now slashers had to up their game.
Those studios didn't like that because then they were making less money because they're spending more money on it, but whatever.
It's part of what was the beginning of the end. And then, just when you thought it was over again, he brings horror back with Scream. So no, Muck, you don't get to talk shit about Wes fucking Craven.
Yeah, and then, like I said, he died pretty much afterwards. So
is unfortunate. We didn't get to have him nearly as long as we should have.
Thanks, Clayton. I'm glad you think so.
The Night House. Pinhead 198 mentioned The Night House. I just saw that. Danny hasn't seen it yet. I thought The Night House was really good. It starts off really strong. I really like the scene where she does the parent-teacher conference. I was telling him about that. I thought that was really good. I think it has some really cool ideas. The pacing is a little slow in places. But yeah, it's definitely creepy. And I think the more you think about like the idea of what's actually at the heart of the paranormal, and I'm trying not to give spoilers, the more you think about that, the scarier it is. So I really liked the Night House as far as like a just really creepy paranormal film.
Yeah, we have seen Scare Me. I think Scare Me would have worked better as like a play, to be honest.
Yeah, I liked Scare Me because I think it showed off Russ Rubin. I mean, he starred in it, he wrote it, and he directed it. I believe he did all 3. But it is funny. And they do a lot, you know, in their roles. Like, the voice acting and everything is so good. I liked it. It's definitely one I would recommend watching, though, while you're doing, like, your laundry or something. Because I think I would have a hard time just sitting there watching it.
Yeah. Like I said, I think it would have been great as a play because it's mostly dialogue that's good about it. And since they're not, you know, they're just kind of talking to each other. But whatever. Yeah,
Arkham, just from following you on Letterboxd, I don't think you'd like Muck. But, you know, I'm not you. You want to check it out? Go for it. Kane Hodder does stunts in it. It's cool.
Yeah, that alone is kind of worth checking it out. But the rest of it, not so much.
Yeah.
We're thinking about adding maybe stunts to the Oscars because stunts are something that I think get underappreciated.
Well, and the thing is in a lot of movies, even some movies that people like to rip on a lot, sometimes people don't realize that there is, I wish I could remember the name of it, but there is an award show just for stunts. And a lot of people don't realize that something that's never been done before was done in that movie. Like, at the time Catwoman came out, which is a huge bomb, that was the biggest drop a stunt person had ever done. When she drops from the building at the end of the film, that's a stunt person. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty monumental. I mean, someone risked their life to do a stunt that had never been done to that extent before. And so, yeah, I think stunts deserve a little more appreciation. Another one is in Freddy vs. Jason, when he comes up out of the water. That was a really big stunt that got an award that year. So, yeah, I mean, I just think even in some shitty movies, there's usually something to appreciate. And a lot of times the stunts are on point.
And we watch a lot of shitty movies, and we find a lot to appreciate.
Yeah, I very rarely watch anything where I'm like, God, I cannot think of a single good thing. Okay. Recently, Virus Shark. Virus Shark, I have nothing good to say about Virus Shark.
In fact, I think it's just hilarious because it seemed like a bunch of teachers just filmed this during the coronavirus in a school. Because it's definitely in a school. I don't know if it's teachers who were making it. But we also watched Zombie 8, Urban Decay. And I can tell you one great thing about it. Our friend Ronnie Angel's in it.
And he's great.
Everything else
I marked out for seeing Ronnie, and I want to show that to Sausage next time he's in town.
Cool duder's in it, too, but I don't think he even has a part other than the fact that he's just hanging out smoking weed.
Yeah, no, Tony, I'm not trying to say Catwoman's a good movie. I'm just saying a lot of times stunts get overshadowed by, I mean, and rightly so. A movie isn't going to be good because the stunts are good, but a lot of times people don't, notice the stunts, whether it's a good movie or a bad movie. A lot of times people don't realize how much someone put their life on the line to pull off a stunt.
Halloweentown, Tony? Ugh, no.
Robin wants to know what kind of award we'd like to have.
An award? What?
What kind of an award would we like to have?
For
like
what?
On our show? Or like would we like to receive? I don't get awards.
I don't know.
I want a silver bolo.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course I want a silver bolo. It's like the highest award I think anybody on horror media can get.
Yeah. I would say that's the top.
I don't know. From what they told us, their Shutter's not letting them do the silver bolos anymore. But they said they might still do them rogue. I don't know what that means. But...
Well, on Patreon, they do, because we're on their Patreon, they do watch parties and stuff. So, and they also have a YouTube channel, so they might do that.
They also just, when the heirs debut on Shudder, they might just tell you who won on Twitter instead of like doing a segment. I don't know.
I would be honored regardless.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I heard that
I gotta put out a lot more videos. But...
Shudder said not to do it. They don't want it on Shudder anymore, I guess. Silver bolos. Sad. Because I think that's a great award. Way better than those stupid YouTube buttons you can win. Who gives a crap about those?
Yeah. I mean, I think honestly any award from horror fans would mean a lot to me. One we were nominated for, but we didn't win, and I'm very happy for the winner. I am a huge fan of Jimmy Champagne. He's a friend. He has a great channel. But we were nominated on Slash and Cassis for Best Horror Tuber, and I was really honored just to be nominated for Horror Addicts. So
exactly.
I mean, anything from any horror channel that we got an award from, I'm just
really honored that Joe Bob accepted his Oscar, and the fact that so many other awesome channels like Dr. Wolfula, Witchfinger Horror Podcast, and like Bloodbath and Beyond, and everybody that just helps us out with those Oscars to help make them like so much of a big deal in a sense. That is an award for me.
Honestly,
just the fact that they help us.
I mark out for big time is because like I still remember when we first started and we would watch a lot of people on YouTube, and it's so cool that a lot of them are our friends now. We're friends with Horror Gal, and we're friends with Bloodbath and Beyond, and
so
Dr.
Cool
Wolfula,
so
and
many
so
cool
like
channels.
Even when we met Joe Bob, like they knew who we were, which was cool.
Oh, you're the Horror Addicts guys. We know you. Yeah, like
so like
you're influencers. Like, if you say so.
I don't know about that, but it's cool that like have so many people that like we look up to and that we respect in the community, and they know us. And like when we had our names mentioned on Joe Bob's show, like a lot of people were excited just to hear our names.
Yeah.
So
there was even like apparently a podcast, a horror podcast here local in town. They're like, "Wait, are you guys the Horror Addicts that are on Joe Bob?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "We're also in that area." I'm like, "Oh, cool." I don't know, Horror Gal. They just told us they couldn't. I don't think they were going to give us the specifics on why. But, I don't know. You never know. Shudder could always change their mind, too. If they tell them, if they put up enough fight for it, they might get to do it anyways.
Your videos get blocked, Ariel?
Oh.
That sucks. I've been there. That sucks. I had a video blocked internationally once when we were Horror Addicts.
Yeah.
I don't know what your video is, but for us, I have learned to be careful about how I post video content. So, like, if you look on my channel, the Gory B Movie channel, and then Danny does this on Horror Addicts, we put stuff around the video stuff, which makes it harder to get caught. And I use short clips. I try to keep the clips really short. But I will find it if it comes down to it, because I feel like the clips I use are relevant to what we're talking about. And it just sucks that fair news doesn't usually go in favor of the creator.
Yeah. We get jacked around here. Tony, you need to come over and watch Zombie 8 with us. If you can come up for Royal Rumble, and Clayton, you should too. We'll watch it.
But Ariel, if you are doing movie stuff, the biggest company I've had an issue with is Universal. I tend to be really careful with Universal stuff. The video I had that got blocked internationally was a Chucky video. So
yeah, Tony, we'll give her a shout out right now to Twisted Tiff.
Twisted Tiff!
Check her
out.
What
am I doing with my fingers? Twisted Tiff!
I don't know.
Twisted Tiff.
I don't know what to do.
I don't know what you're doing.
Who knows?
How long have we been streaming
Yes,
for?
You are Fat Freddy, and you got, like, zapped into a box for trying to, like, steal one of our horror boxes. Rocky was dressed like a ghost.
I forgot about Fat Freddy. That's so crazy. That was so long ago.
If you ever come back to town, we'll film some more Fat Freddy.
Yeah, people want more Canadian Jason, too.
Yeah, we gotta do that, too. It's like, I cast these people in their roles and then they move away.
I've stayed here.
Thankfully.
Danny wrote a screenplay over the summer.
Yeah, and in fact, I gave a copy to Darcy. Now I'm really coming off creepy as someone.
You are kind of coming creepy, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
No, it's actually a Gory B Movie. That's the name of the movie. It's kind of like, have you ever, okay, Shadow the Vampire, right? For anybody who knows about Nosferatu, and how it just kind of ends, and like the whole sunlight just kills him, and there was also like nobody could really find the cast for those people for a long time, so there was like this urban legend that they were really killed by a real vampire. Obviously, it was proven not true, but they got Willem Dafoe to do Shadow of the Vampire, where they kind of made the movie was about making Nosferatu, and he was a real vampire, and he ate them and killed them. Well, Gory B Movie is kind of like the Blair Witch. Like, the Blair Witch doesn't exist in this universe, but people are making the Blair Witch. In a sense, they're making the Bewitched project. And they're going out to the woods to find this witch, because there's this town that has a local urban legend about a witch. They interview all the people in town, and then they go out looking for the witch. There's really a witch, and they get screwed. So, Gory B is the witch.
But he doesn't want me to play me, because I'm not an actress. So.
Well, that's more of a studio thing.
Yeah, he wants Darcy.
Yep. Darcy. You still got a part, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I got a part, too. You're just going to see my fishnet legs. No, I'm not going to be in it. But I'm going to try and sell that script. But I gave Darcy a copy of it because I would like her feedback on it. I got a few screenplays, but I need to, like, go down to Hollywood and try and sell those things.
You should do that.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I think you're planning on it this coming summer, right?
Well, spring, yeah.
Nice.
Basically, as soon as the Oscars are over.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
You should go dress like this.
Yeah, that'll help sell it, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Who could say no to you dressed like this?
Right.
You're so pretty. Let's see. What is your emoji? What's a Danny emoji? Danny with an eye emoji. Like red lips? Red hearts? Give me an emoji.
Huh?
We need a Danny with an eye emoji.
Clayton, we'd get Darcy to play the Bewitch.
Alright, I'm gonna pick one.
If, ideal casting. I can't really pick on who casts it.
What's a Danny with an eye emoji?
I would just
purple
try
devil
my
thing?
hardest to make that
Do you
happen.
like this purple devil thing?
And I'd also try to put Ronnie in it because he needs to be in a better movie than Zombie 8, that's for sure.
Alright, help me pick one.
I kid you not, there's a part where they're coming back from the island in Zombie, and they're like, oh my gosh, we barely got this guy through security, and it's just this guy with a hood over his face, and he's just covered in blood because he's a zombie.
I'm going fire.
No way you got that guy through customs.
If you think Danny looks hot tonight as Darcy, put a little fire emoji in the chat.
I'd do me.
I'd do.
I'd do me. Buffalo Bill style.
Alright. That's cool. Yeah, the guy who wrote the script for Happy Death Day and Freaky, he just wrote the new Paranormal Activity, which I thought was going to be garbage, but it was actually, it was good. It was watchable.
I was hoping he'd, do another one like That Darn Cat or Shaggy Dog, but make it a slasher still somehow, because that's what he does. He takes something and he makes it into a slasher.
I can dig it.
And you dig it. Sucker!
Yeah! Robin says you're hot. Robin knows what's up. Tony knows what's up.
Clayton and Tony, well, they better. They're my friends.
Good. You do. You look good. You look good.
Oh, thank you.
And your beautiful hair.
That means a lot coming from you, Susan.
Aw, thanks, Susan. I did your makeup, so I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Miracle worker. I don't look like this every day.
Yeah, he was surprised because you can do shading and stuff. And I was trying to make his nose look more like Darcy. He's like, well, "How did you do that? You totally changed the shape of my nose." I'm like, "Makeup, dude."
Yeah, my nose looks way different. That does not look like my nose.
That's trying to give me Darcy's nose.
I'm not 100% sure what Darcy's nose looks like, but I certainly don't look like my nose.
Have you seen Halloweentown? I know.
Isn't that the low budget Disney movie or something?
It's a Disney movie with witches,
straight
but
to TV though.
Carrie
right?
Fisher's mom's in it. Debbie Reynolds, she's in there. She's like a witch. I saw one of them. It was pretty good.
I always get asked this, like, everybody posts this meme. It's like, you can only have, like, one of the four, and Halloweentown is one of the, like, picks, and you can tell by its thumbnail that it shouldn't even be, like, suggested in the category.
I think, like, how I was telling you how the Garfield Halloween special is nostalgic to me.
Yeah.
I remember those movies came out around the time Lulz was pretty small. So, like, a generation after us... That's their nostalgia.
I'm sorry, generation after us.
Like, our generation, it would be Hocus Pocus, it would be...
Yeah, that's what those
Casper.
memes always say. They show that. They show Casper, Scared Stupid, like Ernest Scared Stupid, like, Hocus Pocus and all that stuff. Then there's Halloweentown that's just standing out like a sore thumb because its thumbnail looks so awful.
That was early 2000s, so like, we were young 20-somethings, so we wouldn't have watched... I've still never seen it. But I know it was pretty popular with... kids at that time.
It looks like it went straight to Disney Channel or Nickelodeon or something. I don't know.
Thanks,
I haven't seen it, so other than that, I don't know.
I think it's just a different generation type thing.
It's the only one that's like on there I haven't seen, but it doesn't look good.
If it makes people happy,
that's all that matters.
Spooky,
exactly.
I'm for it.
Even if I hate a horror movie, but you tell me like I love that horror movie, like I'm just glad you love a horror movie. I don't care. I'm not gonna like try and make you not like it.
Get it?
Because horror comes first, damn it.
I've snapped tons of pictures of you today. Do you have a 90s horror music video?
I haven't been in a store, I guess, but we did go out to a restaurant and stuff.
Yeah, I just said I took a lot of pictures of you.
We went out in public.
Restaurant, yeah. 90s horror music video. I feel like there are some, and I'm just drawing a blank.
We would have done a lot more public stuff, but sadly Halloween was on a Sunday, not a Saturday, so like everything closed really.
Ariel, the Backstreet's Back, everybody. That's kind of a horror music video. I like that one. Am I sexual? Yeah. Am I everything you need? You better rock your body now. Sorry, I do this all the time, and he's tired of it.
No, I don't care.
It's so catchy, though.
I have a Beavis and Butthead masks, as we mentioned. Me and Lulz were that for Halloween. I'm trying to think of like 10 random horror movies, or horror music videos, but it's so iffy on YouTube to do music at all. Like I wouldn't be able to play any of the songs, but I could still like list cool music videos that are horror themed. And Clayton, I'm sorry your wife tortures you with that.
I think my favorite horror music video is... I'm trying to remember the name of the song right now. I'm just drawing a blank. But it's by The Birthday Massacre.
It's the one where the Jason, and he's going to prom with Carrie?
No, that's a really good one too. But that's by... I'm trying a total blank. That one's really good. I can't remember who does that one.
Kitty's got a great one with her zombies. I love that one. And honestly, their Charlotte video, where it's like this angel guy has got like no wings.
That's, Common Shriner's social media Asicist. They have like 2 or 3 of those. Those are really good.
Yeah.
The one I was thinking of was the one by Birthday Massacre, where there's like that guy in a rabbit costume and he kidnaps the little girl.
Oh, yeah. There's a pathway under the city or whatever.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. And then there's anything by Guar. They're pretty much all horror
so there's
music video.
social media Asicist. And then,
I'll say Zombies March by Guar is probably like the most good horror one, straight up, because it's got zombies and shit.
Leaving Tonight, yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
This one's really good.
So I'm trying to do a list like that, and I'm thinking of getting Beeps and Butthead to help me out with that somehow, but it's tricky, because, music and YouTube. But TikTok, they can have whatever song they want, right?
That's what's so frustrating. Like, I'm fine with, like, respecting people's copyright and stuff. Obviously, I don't want to steal from other YouTubers. I don't want to just post someone's movie or something to my channel. But if you're talking about a movie, particularly since most of the time I'm talking positively about it, if nothing else, I'm talking about it.
Yeah. Better not have too much sound or too much clip of the video.
I think it helps to show it. Like, if I say, for instance, like, maybe it's a complaint of mine. Maybe I think, here's one that bugs me. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The New Beginning. I think the color grading in that movie, I don't like it. Mm-hmm. I don't like it at all. It's too brown, and it's not interesting, and it's not as visually appealing as the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre reboot. Yeah. However, if I'm telling you about it, and I'm showing you a clip, you can still look at that and say, it doesn't bother me. I like it. Mm-hmm. But if I'm just telling you that, then all you have to go on is my word. And that's why it's so vital that content creators be able to use video clips. Like, it helps the movie more than it hurts it.
Yeah, I agree. Ariel, I have watched The Ring, just not on Paramount Plus. I don't have Paramount Plus. It's like one of the few streaming services we don't have. Is The Ring different on there?
On where?
Paramount Plus? I don't know, like, do they have a special edition?
I don't know. I just have it on DVD.
I have it on VHS and DVD.
Well,
I prefer it on VHS, to be honest.
We're married, so I have it on VHS too.
VHS is best. For The Ring, because it's one of those few movies that's like, I do actually prefer this on the VHS. Not because it has a better quality of video or sound or anything. It doesn't. It just feels better because that's what it is. It's a haunted VHS tape, so.
Yeah, it just, I have a cousin who was in LA around the time that Blair Witch was coming out and stuff. And I remember he said with both Blair Witch and The Ring, the part of the viral marketing is you'd go to the theater and there would be a blank cassette tape underneath your seat. And for one of them, it was a Blair Witch. It was like some found footage. And then the other one, it was the Ring tape.
Clayton, you shouldn't be showing your ass on anything. You're too old. Your ass is too old for TikTok. My ass is too old for TikTok, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's YouTube. It's hard. Most of you know.
YouTube. I mean, especially because like a lot of the video, like when you do a big review, like it seems like. I mean, a lot of my reviews are like 30 minutes long. They're like an episode of TV, and they can take me over a month to do. Like some of them have taken me a really long time, so. I try to be really careful because I don't want to put a lot of time into something and have people not be able to see it. Like, I don't care necessarily if it's demonetized. My channel isn't monetized anyway. But I do get upset when it's like, this is blocked in Europe, or this is blocked, for people under a certain age and stuff. So, I try to be careful.
Oh, yeah. You gotta.
So, what have you been working on?
Well, I wanted to do a little more for October than I got to do, but whatever. Did what we could. It's been busy.
What you working on now?
I'm picking back up The Visit. I started doing that earlier this year, but I just had to put it away for a while because too emotional. Because my grandma's in it. She passed away earlier this year, but she's actually in the video. So that's cool. I'm gonna get it up though. I'm gonna finish doing that, especially now that I got a new computer, thanks to you. So, hopefully...
Your birthday. It's almost his birthday, guys. His birthday is November 3rd.
3 more days.
So, if you don't remember, don't worry. I'll remind you guys on Twitter. I'm always on Twitter.
Yeah, 2 days.
If you guys want to get a hold of us, honestly, it is one of the best social media platforms to get a hold of us on is Twitter. Video-wise, I really wanted to get it up for you guys on Halloween. I've been working on a script for Satan's Little Helper, which I try on my channel. I try to pick things that are lesser known or things that I want to get more attention to. So I picked Satan's Little Helper because that's a good Halloween horror movie that I really like. So I've got the script almost done. It'll be up sometime in November. This coming weekend, I'm going to be on Freaky Girls Live. That's a channel where it's just women of horror who talk about movies. I think we're talking about the WNUF special and Bitten.
I was going to do a review for that WNUF special, but probably going to have to do that review next year for Halloween.
And Danny's going to be on there in drag. So that's cool.
Yeah, you get to see this one more time.
I also have some drive-in videos. I
might not wear this top, but we'll see. I probably will, though.
And my mom really wants me to review The Ruins, which I don't know if that's really the kind of movie I review on my channel, but my mom, I think, is the only person who watches my videos, so I'll probably do it for her.
Yeah. So my plans for November is to get The Visit up and then hopefully have time to review Gravy for Thanksgiving. And then next month, or December, I guess that is next month because it's technically November 1st. Next month in December, I hope to do reviews for Better Watch Out and on the Apocalypse.
Good, nice one.
And then after that, hopefully get somewhere a review of The Voices up, but also mostly be working on the Oscars.
Yeah, I'm going to try to start, when I have things planned for a holiday, I'm going to try to start doing them a month in advance so that I can get up in time. Because I know I'm planning on doing Leprechaun for St. Patrick's Day because my brother requested it and he's on my Patreon. And for my birthday, I'm going to do Bloody Birthday, and I'll probably do The Suckling for Mother's Day. But Satan's Little Helper's coming up soon. If you guys, Arkham and Jason mentioned that you like Satan's Little Helper, I have got so much behind-the-scenes info. Yeah, I don't know about the ruins. I try to do things people haven't seen. I feel like a lot of people have seen it, but I might do something short for my mom because she watches my show.
Just say the ruins. I don't know. As far as plants trying to kill you, it's better than The Happening.
It's as far as like plants trying to kill you movies. It's one of the more effective ones.
Yeah, I mean I don't know how much
think
that
it's
says,
good,
but
but I just think a lot of people have seen it. She also really likes The Incredible Shrinking Man, so that's what I might do for my mom too.
I thought like the real twist of The Happening was like once they found out they were an M. Night Shyamalan movie, they're just like, oh, I gotta kill myself then. We did a Let's Go See for Old. If you haven't checked that out, make sure you do.
We just did a Let's Go See Halloween Kills too.
Yeah, so if you want our opinions on that.
Yeah, if we do new release reviews over on Horror Addicts together, usually just in the car.
Yeah.
And I review pretty much everything I watch on Letterboxd, as Arkham probably
We were gonna
knows.
do like a movie tonight, but we just didn't get out to go see the movies. That's all right, because we can still do that later. I think we want to see what One Night in Soho and our Last Night in Soho.
I want to see Last Night in Soho
and
and
then
Antlers.
Yeah, those
they
are
both
both
look
in
really
theaters.
good. Have you guys seen those? And if so, let us know. You like it? Not like it? I've heard good stuff about both of them. So
Antlers looks like it might be finally the good Wendigo movie I've been looking for.
I hope so. It looks really good.
Because right now, the only thing I would say, like anybody I've had people ask me, like, what's a good Wendigo horror? I'm like, what's that one video game, Until Dawn? Or whatever.
Ghostwatch is a really good one, Robin. For Easter, Bunny the Killer thing is pretty fucked.
Yeah, Bunny the Killer thing is...
I think I'd rather do Night of the Lepus. I really like that one. But yeah, Bunny the Killer thing, it's definitely a movie. And it exists. And it's got a rabbit with a giant dong.
Also, there's the Bunny Man with Darcy in it.
That's true. She's in part 3.
Yeah.
Bunny Man Vengeance.
Didn't she get, like, put into the kind of the revamped version of the first one?
The Bunny Man Grindhouse edition. She's in that.
Yeah. It's like a Grindhouse edition of the first movie,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So there you go. I know she's got, like, a shark movie coming out, because I saw, like, footage of her getting eaten by a shark, like, in a green screen.
I think, yeah. It's not Apex Predator. I can't remember which one it is. She does have a shark movie coming out, though. And she's going to be in The Barn, too, which is pretty exciting, because The Barn 1 was good.
Yeah. Recommend checking that out. Bunnies. Oh, I like, because we were watching the Buffy's Halloween special.
Oh, yeah.
Anya is, like, my favorite character, and she is afraid of bunnies, so she dresses up like a bunny, because she's like, that's what's terrifying. Yeah. Why do they need to, like, see so well anyways?
Yeah.
Those carrots?
What's with all the carrots? Why do they need such good eyesight for anyway? Bunnies! Bunnies! It must be bunnies!
Yes, Anya's my favorite character. Because how sass she is.
It's the second time I burst into song in this stream. I'm so sorry.
Go for it. I think my favorite line from Anya in that show is like, "Thank you for your patronage. Now please leave."
Yes.
Because she's like ringing somebody up. And as someone who's been a clerk for a lot of my life, that is exactly how I feel. Like, all right, cool. Thanks for the money. Get the fuck out. Have a nice day.
We're funny.
Yeah, Razorback is a pretty good movie. But I also would
Razorback
recommend.
is good.
It is good, and it's better than the movie I'm about to.
Razorback's got some really cool effects in it too. Also, Boar is a good one.
Boar's also really good, and I'm going to recommend one just because it's fun. Hogzilla, 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 starring Joe Bob Briggs.
They got
Produced by
things
Diana Prince.
and creeping things and what was the line?
I don't know, but I'm hoping a Hogzilla too.
Thanks, Oddly Art.
Here's your beer.
Hey everybody, have you heard the news? Joe Bob is back in town. He's over at the drive-in, hanging around, watching scary movies. So
Sorry, I'm reading comments.
I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, Buffy's the stuff. Love Buffy. Thanks to this woman.
I introduced him to it.
Because I didn't know really what it was. It was on the WB, and I didn't have the WB. And
Yes! Tony wants to see Hogzilla.
hell yeah, that is definitely a cheesy movie, man. That is a cheesy movie.
We'll have to get hog hats for it.
Hog Hat Zillas.
Yes. We have found so many more.
I'll make us chili for it, too, and I'll wear
Eddie
my chili
Kruger
shirt.
thought you were a real chick.
Oh. You just... What, because my voice?
What gave it away?
My smoker voice? What makes you think I'm not a real chick? Now I'm insulted. I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
I'm not. No. I
He
mean,
meant
it's Halloween.
me. I'm a real chick.
What up, Eddie? I hoping you're having a good Halloween.
Arkham, Hogzilla is really terrible. Like, really fucking terrible. But the Joe Bob parts are really entertaining.
Yeah, it still needs to be seen.
It's
a fun terrible.
It's one of those things where it wouldn't have gotten finished, but Diana Prince really wanted people to see Joe Bob in it, so she worked really hard to like kind of get it finalized. So, yeah, I mean, it makes you appreciate it a little bit more. But I mean, going into it that it's really low budget. It's not like
they like ran out of money,
quality.
So she had to like kind of step in and help get it made.
And absolutely watch it on The Last Drive-In on Shudder.
No.
That's the one to watch.
But Razorback is actually good.
So. I have not seen Terror Birds, Robin. What was the worst movie of 2013? Zombie 8. Urban Decay.
Not 2013.
Of 2013? That's an odd...
I have no idea what movies came out in 2013 right now.
Off the top of my head, I don't know either.
So, I don't know.
Yes! The Spookies! I am not spooky!
What's a spooky? Did you guys see the rap?
We're watching Spookies. Yeah. It's a very confusing movie. I'm so sorry. I'm in a singing mood today.
I don't care. Go for it.
I was polishing my car. I'm really into detailing lately. I was polishing my car, like listening to that in my headphones, and realized I was singing it out loud. And I look up and there's one of our neighbors. I'm like, hey, what's up? Spookies. But I had just done that. I am not a spooky. Neighbors looking at me like I'm crazy.
I don't know if they're masks that came out in the 90s. I bought them, 5 years ago. Yeah,
I mean, it's not great. The character writing isn't great. There's a lot of things I don't particularly care for about it, but I love Joe Bob in it. So for the novelty of seeing Joe Bob in it, that's good. But absolutely watch it on The Last Drive-In, because then you just see, how hard Darcy worked to, get it done. And, it's cool. I mean, it was female directed and stuff, so I like that part about it. And I like that something somebody worked hard on was finished. Because I think if you put a lot of work into making a movie, it would suck to not have anyone watch it.
Exactly. So I'm glad it came out. Just because more Joe Bob. Need lots of that. Can't wait for the next special.
So I'm probably going to sign off here soon. Because I still got to watch Season of the Witch before I go to bed. But for either of us, we have our own channels. There's the channel you're watching now, which is Horror Addicts, which is Danny.
Like and subscribe. Tell me how hot I am.
Sometimes me. And then I have my own channel where I usually do pretty in-depth reviews. I tend to do more obscure stuff or just bizarre stuff.
Don't forget Monster Face.
Yes.
Your favorite character.
You do full moon reviews. But if there's anything that you would like to see on either of our shows before we head out, let us know. We try to work through requests and stuff as we can.
Yeah.
Will we in the Chainsaw Awards, on Fangoria's Chainsaw Awards? I don't know. I'm willing to bet Michael Myers is going to show up on there, though, because he kicked a lot of ass.
Yeah.
And then Best Movie of the Year, probably St. Maud is going to get some awards.
It sure
Psycho Gorman's probably going to get something.
I loved Psycho Gorman.
Psycho Gorman was great.
I liked Crazy Cage and Willy's Wonderland, too.
I liked that. I thought Censor was pretty good. Not a lot of people liked it, but I liked it.
Well,
I thought the Wrong Turn remake was surprisingly good.
Usually one of the big icons is pretty predictably wins as the best killer or slasher for the Oscar, Best Slasher Award. But we got Chucky, Michael Myers, and Candyman all nominated as Best Slasher.
Candyman
There's also other people nominated, but I'm just that's 3 big icons right there, so I don't know.
Yeah, Tony, Grizzly 2 sucked some balls. I just reviewed that on my channel. That movie sucked some serious balls, but
Still better than Zombie 8.
It's still better than the Zombie 8. I mean, I will be honest, sometimes a movie sucks a bunch of balls, but I still like it. Sometimes I'm in the mood to watch some garbage. And so I'll throw on something like Ginger Dead Man or Grizzly 2. There are some kinds of garbage that, in the right mood, I will enjoy. And then there's fucking Zombie 8.
Love your Gary Busey, man. But,
Yeah.
It's got Ronnie Angel in it. That's all I can say. Check it out.
Yeah. Ronnie Angel was great.
It's got Ronnie Angel, 5 stars. Check it out.
But I think probably the worst movie I saw this year was Virus Shark. Like, that was just garbage.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see Scream 5. I can't believe they're releasing it in January, though. Like, I feel like that movie's going to get a big draw.
Do you think they'll actually kill David Arquette or Courtney Cox or anything?
I kind of want them to, just because I feel like they've been so safe for so many movies.
You think Stu's coming back?
I do think.
I
have a feeling it's because they're going after relatives, and Stu was supposed to be the killer originally in Scream 3.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to be the mastermind.
In case you didn't know, Stu was supposed to, like we said, be the killer in Scream 3. They had to actually buy him out of his contract because they changed it that last minute because of Columbine shootings. Which is sad. They didn't want, like, some guy from prison orchestrating murders with using teenagers from high school to do that. So they're just like, we're going to change that. And then they decided to put Jay and Silent Bob in it instead.
That was going to be the reveal of Scream 3, that from prison, Stu was orchestrating murders, and I think it was going to still tie into, like, a stab movie and stuff, because it was after they had graduated from college.
But they didn't want high schoolers killing people because of the Columbine thing, so they just moved it to Hollywood and put Jay and Silent Bob in it, and Jenny McCarthy.
Yeah. But now I think they're going to come back to it, because I know from the trailers they said that they're killing people who were related to the original people in the first Scream, so it would make total sense if it was Stu, because I know that in their universe, Stu is alive. And if you look in the backgrounds of Scream 2 and 3, you can see Stu, or at least Matthew a little bit.
Well, yeah, he makes a cameo.
But he's in the party scene in Scream 2 and stuff. So, I mean, he's a character that they've definitely wanted to bring back. So, I would not be surprised if he ends up being the person revealed to be one of the killers, probably the mastermind.
Yeah, it ain't looking good for Deputy Dewey. But we'll see.
I think Dewey's going to get it. Because, I mean...
He was supposed to get it in the first one.
They need to kill one of them, and I feel like if this movie makes money, they want to make another one, and they can't do that if they kill off Sydney. I do think they want to pass the torch eventually to a new final girl somehow, and they're probably going to try to do that. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they're going to want to kill off Sydney, because you need her. She's like the Laurie Strode of this franchise.
She really just doesn't want to do anymore, but I don't know.
And
it's up to her,
I feel like her and Courtney Cox, that's like John Travolta and Samuel Jackson in fucking Pulp Fiction right there. You know, you don't want to break up that team. So
well, they killed Travolta.
Huh? Well, yeah,
Travolta
they killed him at the end of the movie, but you're missing my point. You're missing my point. There's not five Pulp Fiction movies, all right?
Why not? There should be.
Well, that's why there's not, because they killed off Travolta.
Ouch.
All right? They don't want to do that in Scream. Anyway, I feel like they're not going to kill off Courtney Cox, because that's kind of like, it's also a good foil for Sydney, because personality-wise, they are very different, but they are both very good at getting results. Whereas, again, Dewey, a lot of times Dewey gets in the way. A lot of times Dewey gets hurt. I like Dewey too, and I think Dewey is like, as in how Xander is the heart of Buffy. Sorry, I've been drinking. Buffer. You know, they say that Xander is the heart of Buffy. You know, he's the one with no powers and stuff. I feel like that's Dewey. And I feel like if you really want to tell your audience that anything can happen, nobody's safe, that's who they're going to kill.
Yeah, probably. He was supposed to die in the first one, but like test audiences didn't like that, so they just like, oh yeah, he's still alive in the gurney.
I'm coming around to Scream 2 a lot more as time goes by, but
Jackie.
Originally I was so pissed off that they killed off Randy.
Oh yeah, that sucks because like he got killed off before everybody kind of became untouchable.
I like Eddie. I love Dewey, but it's his time to go. I totally agree, dude. I totally agree. Also, here's something else. So I don't know if you guys have seen this, but there's a documentary called "You Can't Kill David Arquette." So David Arquette has gone through a lot of shit.
Chef's kiss.
Because he did Ready to Rumble back in the day. I think
well, that's not
2000s.
why I got shit though.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
So in order to promote that movie, he was on wrestling. WCW, and a lot of people really were angry that he got a belt because he got the world title. He got the world title, even though he wasn't a wrestler.
He didn't ask for it.
It's something he's been shamed for years. So he finally decided now that he was going to go back and actually legitimately learn how to wrestle.
Got himself in good shape, too. Because he was like a mess.
He nearly died at
A
one
heart
point.
attack.
Like, he nearly died. He got, like, a light bulb. Like, he nearly had the Halloween Kills kill happen to him.
Yeah.
So, my point is that I hope they bring Kirby back for Scream 5. Jason, I love Kirby, too. I have a crush on Kirby. But my point is the man knows how to wrestle, right? He could do his own stunts and give us, I mean, if Dewey's going to go out.
I want to wrestle David Arquette.
If Dewey's going to go out, use his wrestling skills and give us an epic kill, you know? Like, give the man the glory kill that he deserves.
Yeah.
We just went on a tangent.
Yeah. That's right.
But
if you haven't seen
Kirby's
that, that You Can't Kill David Arquette documentary, please check it out.
Absolutely. I really made me like him a lot more. I mean, I liked him already. I like him, honestly, since
It's just
Buffy.
interesting to know him more as a person. And
yeah.
Like I said, as a wrestler, I was just like, oh, wow, that is really cool now.
Kind of ties it all together, too, because I first really remember seeing him as Pike's friend in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But
You're floating.
Yeah. Me and Pike, you're floating.
Aw. Makes me sad though, Luke Perry, because Luke Perry's the one that takes him to the hospital. That's what's interesting,
yeah, because it kind of comes around full circle. Because in the documentary, they're still friends, which I really liked seeing. Yeah. And he takes him to the hospital after he nearly dies. He gets stabbed in the throat, and now he's still good friends with Luke Perry's son, who's
Jungle Boy in AEW. That's why I'm hoping we get to see some David Arquette in AEW.
Hey,
at some point.
thanks, Mega Movies.
Yeah.
You a big Joe Bob fan?
Or just fan of.
Damn titties.
Damn titties.
Yeah, definitely. That's something we should talk about more at some later point. Is just I feel there's a big tie-in between wrestling and horror. I feel like wrestling and horror go hand in hand. A lot of people who are wrestling fans are also horror fans, and vice versa.
Well, check it out. In Fuego and Monty G did a great wrestling horror stream with me. If you want to go look for that.
That was a really good one, yeah.
But I definitely think it's time for round 2 coming up soon, hopefully.
Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Let's get ready to rumble. Because we got a lot of new horror wrestling crossovers since then.
You know what we should do after this? We should play that Undertaker game.
We should definitely do that soon. I don't know about tonight, but we should do that.
But after this, like you and I should just do it.
Okay. I can go get in bed and do that.
Are you going to take off your makeup?
No.
You need to. What did Elvira say?
Leave the tie on.
You can leave your bolo tie on.
Damn right. You can take anything else off, but leave that bolo tie on. I'll leave my fishnets on. Well, I think it's
gonna... Oh, you're so sweet, Mega Movies. Thank you. I would be so sad if they canceled Joe Bob. I'd
Please
be so
don't.
sad.
Yeah, we gotta make sure that keeps going.
Yeah.
There's definitely gonna be another season. There's gonna be a few more specials. After that,
I know, because we saw them at Crypticon.
They told us.
At the time, they told us there was going to be 5 specials before the new season. So there was the Hoedown, there was the Walking Dead, so we're going to get 3 more specials.
And then another
We're probably going to get a Thanksgiving one, a Christmas one, and then maybe a Valentine's Day one.
Something like that.
That's what I'm guessing.
We're not sure, but we know there's 3 more specials and then another season at least. Hopefully more than that, but so at least we're getting that, though.
And it's the same bolo tie that Joe Bob wears, Sausage.
Yeah, with the scorpion in it.
I specifically got this one because he has this one and he wears it a lot. I like it because it looks kind of, if you look at the wrong way, it looks like an otter's face.
Yeah, when you're farther away from it, it kind of looks like a cute little otter.
And I specifically got this shirt because he has one like it. Mm-hmm. You know, put attention to detail.
That's why I got the patch, because this was a male girl costume that I got on like Walmart, but it didn't have the right patch.
Do you want to show them the full outfit? Are you giving them a spin? Nice.
Yeah, I'll give them a spin.
Give them a spin. Nice. And your bag.
Yes. It's not red, though. I wish I had a red mailbag like hers.
Yeah.
But I couldn't find one. I looked all over the internet.
I was pretty boring with the bottom. It's just black jeans, the shirt.
Yeah.
But I think it looks pretty good. Alright, anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Anything else you guys want to talk about or questions you have for us? Requests? Any of the things?
Spit them off.
I mean, we're not in a huge hurry to go, but we're probably going to wrap it up here soon.
Yeah. It's 2 a.m. It's the night after. Today's the Day of the Dead.
Well, by Samhain terms, it's still Samhain until morning.
It's true. Until the sun comes up, right?
And I'm a witch, so...
Which
Samhain.
witch are you? You're my witch. My favorite witch.
Witchiest.
My favorite witch.
Thank you. You're my favorite slasher. And my favorite wrestler.
I need to combine the two somehow. I love that in Blood Diner, where one of the slashers, the killers, goes to do a pro wrestling match, and he just bites a chunk out of his opponent.
I want to say goodbye to Susan really quick. Susan, I love you, and I miss you. And Susan was on the very first Ghouls Night Out. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Anyway, I want to catch up soon, so maybe let's bring back Ghouls Night Out and have a stream soon.
Hell yeah.
So we can hang out and talk.
I'll even join you.
I miss Susan. I love her.
Yeah, Susan's great. Horror Gal, go subscribe to her channel if you haven't.
When I finish this beer, we're going to call it a night, so... If you guys have any questions for Danny, requests, any of the things?
Yeah, definitely check
I have
out
a new character that will be showing up in my show eventually. Boris, the little crow on the screen. I have a puppet of Boris.
Stop trying to peck my man.
Yeah, so I'll probably be bringing Boris on in a future review here soon, because I have a big Boris puppet.
What's your horror crush, Gory?
My horror crush?
She likes Daryl Dixon from Walking Dead.
I like
Ariel does.
Jensen Ackles from Supernatural.
She does.
Ow.
She definitely does.
Who's your horror crush? Daniel Harris?
Yeah.
He's got a very sexy Daniel Harris calendar.
I think,
awesome. Yeah, Susan, we got to catch up here soon. I still think that one of the scariest streams I've ever been on was when she was like, I think it was our first one. And she heard, like, scary noises outside her house, and she was like, hiding. But
yeah.
Now it's funny because nothing bad happened, but it was scary.
Fresh, neat money. Jason.
Freddy or Jason? Freddy.
I'm going Jason.
Freddy.
I mean, who won that fight? It was Jason.
Freddy versus Jason. Place your bets.
You're not even scary. No,
so glad they cut that line out of the movie.
I love them both, though. I do love Freddy.
I mean, I would absolutely. I actually, before I started teaching, that's how I made a living, was writing. I used to play roller derby, so I've written for 5 on 5 magazine. I used to work for Watch Play Read. I think it's hard to get into Fangoria, but 100% I'd be honored to write an article for Fangoria.
Yeah, like you said, I even wrote a little bit for Watch Play Read. So I definitely would if given the chance. Darcy has, so
yeah.
Go check out her articles. She's got some good ones. I think she had a great Monsters one not too long ago. Tony says his crush is Maggie from The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah, she's been on she was on The Boy, the movie The Boy.
Yeah.
She's nice. She's alright.
Not a bad choice there, Tony.
Not as hot as you.
Well, who is? Favorite new release show or movie this month for Halloween?
New release shows. There's been some really good ones.
Squid Games.
We haven't watched Squid Game. You're lying. Wait, did you watch it?
I watched some of it.
You son of a bitch. We were going to watch that together.
No, Chucky. Chucky's my favorite.
Chucky's my favorite.
So far, Chucky.
Fucking love Chucky. I marked out so hard when he mentioned that he was a dad. I just love the evolution of Chucky from this guy who just wants to, like, steal a kid's body to a guy who's kind of like, yeah, I want to mentor this kid into becoming a serial killer because he's feeling paternal. I kind of love it. Well, that's true. She wasn't Supernatural.
Well, think about it, Ariel.
Your mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. You're on the stream.
Isn't your son beautiful?